Facing the east, giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rikah Kodash, and double honor to the men of great millstone that's out there on the highway and byway, pushing the truth day in and day out. Rain, sleet, and snow, also pushing truth over the worldwide internet, reaching the elect to pull them out of a two-thirds state of mind so that we can be beamed up on the chair of salvation to live in the kingdom with King David and the supreme King Yahweh, which he has the title and command and rulership over heaven and earth. The title was given to Yahweh by his heavenly father Yahweh. Also, I'm not a member of GMS, but I study under GMS and believe that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh is working with GMS to push out the truth to the Akim and the Aqua, which are the men and women that are listening, learning, continue in faith, prayer, repent, and fast, and keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability, as it states in John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandment. Also, Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. You see here on this title here, a hate lasting 2,000 years and counting. And pretty much it's talking about the small hatters. You know, they crying about they going through so much suffering, and you know, all nations are against them, and you know, they just going through so much, but they have the power to control worldly events. They have the power over the news. They have the power over Hollywood. They run the Diamond District. You know, they have all the money. The U.S. is giving Israel, which is our land. You know, it says in Galatians 4, I think it's 6:24 or 6:26, where it says the mother of us all is Jerusalem. So that's our homeland that they took in what called the Balfour law or committee or whatever it is. In 1948, they took that land from the true people, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. That's our land that has been taken, and they claim it to be us. You know, they are infiltrators. You know, they mimicking us. They want to be like us, and they want their birth. They want that birthright, and they want all the smoke because they are claiming. Look at the title here: a hate lasting 2,000 years and counting. So they claiming that they are the only people that have been going through so much hate over 2,000 years more than anybody else. They are not number one in the news for crime. They are not number one in the news for poverty, ghettos, diseases. They are not number one in deleting their children, going to those clinics. You know, they are well protected. You know, and these people here, you know, they just want you to be quiet with the truth. They don't want the real truth to go out because that will expose them. They are being exposed right now. That's why they hammering hard on certain people. They got a large platform. For instance, Kyrie, which he's pretty much, you know, well done, you know, and he's not, you know, proclaiming anything or putting anything online, you know, stating that he's an Israelite anymore. He jumped over into Muslim, and Kanye West, you know, they pretty much quiet him too. He's not jumping out there saying that, you know, we are the true people of Israel, the Israelites. He's not saying that no more because they took, you know, his money. So, hey, these people here are not hurting for nothing. You know, again, they have the power to stop, and they have the power to proceed what they want to be done in the earth. You know, so even the Bible states that they are the wicked. Malachi 1 and 4, and Job 9 and 24. The world is pretty. I'm just paraphrasing. The world is in the hands of the wicked. So how are they been hated on for 2,000 years and they in power? So our power, our big brother Yahushua, he has been gone 2,000 years. We've been going through corruption. We've been scattered, as it states in James 1:1. We have been scattered all over the earth. We have been put in boats and to different countries, to our enemies. As it states in Deuteronomy 28:68. We are under the curses, and the rest of the nations hate us. Not them. They honor them. They celebrate them. They got all the power and the wealth. They control the news. They tell people what to say. They use people as puppets, all nations as puppets, because they have the money to do it. They have the power to do it. So let's go in this and see what type of hate that these people here are going through. It says here, this is a writing by Robin Rodenacher. I guess I'm not good in pronouncing words, but anti-Semitism is often called the world's oldest hatred. The threat of anti-Semitic attack against small-hatted communities still looms large today. They get a little bit of hate, a little bit of action from people that is trying to take things in their own hands. See, one thing about being in the truth, you don't take things in your own hand against any other nation. You let Yahweh Bashim Shai do that. He said, I'm your vengeance. I would take care of that. You just, stay in your position, pray, repent, fast, keep the laws and commandments, uplift Yahweh Bashim Shai name, preach this truth, gather other elect that they don't know that they are the children of Israel, gather them together, as it states in I want to say Zephaniah 1 and 2. Let's go. I'm coming right back. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing this here right. Zephaniah 1 and Zephaniah 2 and 1. Gather yourself together, ye. Read it again. Gather yourself together, ye gather together, O nation not desire. We are the people not desired. So when you're not desired, guess what? You are hated. They don't like you. It says in verse 2, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger comes upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, the Israelites. We supposed to be meek. We supposed to be humble. We supposed to be, we supposed to we are trying our best to be righteous. We have to not try. We have to be righteous, to the best of our ability. We got to keep the laws and commands to the best of our ability. That's what you call being righteous, having the faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's righteousness. I'm going to read 3 again. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have worked his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. So we're not supposed to be out there, saying that, we're going to get our lick back because of what they did to us and stuff like that. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he going to do that. But we are not desired. The children of Israel, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American people, not the so-called small-hatters. So continuing on, let's go down here. American Small-Hatter Committee, a small-hatter advocate organization founded in 1906, released a survey in October 2021 that revealed one of 1 in 4 small-headed citizens in the U.S. reported experiencing anti-small-header hatred in the preceding 12 months, either online or in person. How often? I mean, it's a small increment of some type of dislike or hate toward the small header. Who do you see mostly online getting hated on, talked about, scrutinized and stuff like that? Israelites, not them. They want to be like us, but they don't want to be us. Let's turn the table around. I'd rather take the little hate of this world rather than all the hate that you see on the news that the world is giving us. They couldn't handle it. They wouldn't stand it. They wouldn't allow it. But they want to proclaim to be something that they not. And when they get a little heat, they want to bitch and moan about it. So, we are the people that's going through hell. We the one, like I said again, living in poverty, income per family at the bottom, with sickness and disease, alcoholism, drugs. We are at the top because we under the curses. They are not. They ruling this earth. Says here, attack on small-headed community reached an all-time high in 2019. Really? Okay. According to Anti-Defamation League, ADL, a group founded in 1913 to fight prejudice against Jewish people. And listen, in 1913, the true Israelites, guess what was going on with them? They were getting lynched. They were getting deleted like hotcakes. Whenever you was hungry, somebody was getting deleted by lynching. Whenever Esau decided he wanted to rape one of his women or one of our women, who would normally get the blame? It was a so-called black man that did it. All through, from slavery all the way through the time of 1913 and so on, we was always blamed for their action. So you need to do away with this everybody hating on you and stuff like that. You using that as a defense to keep people from finding the truth of who you really are. But the thing is, Yahweh Bashim Shah Salakia. Salakia. Yahweh Shah have given us the understanding of who you really are. Esau Edom. And the number one tribe of Esau Edom is Amalek. Amalek, he gonna have to deal with Yahweh Shah at the end, because he gonna do away with Esau Edom, all of Esau Edom, most definitely Amalek. So let's go back to 1913 to fight prejudice against Jewish people. ADL documented more than 2,100 incidents across the United States in 2019, more than any year since 1979. Really, look at the crime against so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American people. Matter of fact, just look towards Judah by itself. Individually, it's more than 2,100. Look at Issachar. Individually, it's more than 2,100. Look at Ephraim, Manasseh, all the rest of the tribe. Individually, it's more than 2,100. I guarantee you. Accident across the U.S. in 2019, more than any since 1979. When the organization began tracking such event in 2020, anti-small-headed attack remained at historical high level, with the ADL citing more than 2,000 incidents of harassment. Do you know how many times the police harass our people? I don't see a so-called I I don't see small headers getting harassed as much as the Israelite man and woman and child. Children are being harassed. It was one accident somewhere in Texas. I want to say what was it? McKinney, Texas, somewhere. North Texas, North Dallas, somewhere. Plano, somewhere, where where Esau, the police had slammed slam Eve, and she had on bikini, at the pool party, whatever. These here was youngsters, and she got slammed to the ground. You know, what officer have you seen on YouTube or on the news where you saw a Jake or so-called white man officer slamming a small-headed child, man or woman, on the ground? You don't see that. You don't see that. See, the thing is, small-headers, they just get a small little cut, while the children of Israel, we get, gunshot wounds. We get decapitated. They get minor cuts when they do something, which so minor that you can put a bandage on and you can still go by your business. But with us, hospital, and after hospital, jail time, or in the grave. 2,000 incidents of harassment, assault, or vandalism, really, against small-headed people and places across the nation, in addition to dozens of high-profile attacks on small-headed community in other countries around the world. The United States Department defines anti-Semitism as a certain perception of small-headed which may be expressed as hatred towards small-headed. The definition makes clear that expression of anti-Semitism can be directed towards individual or their property, community, institution, and religious faculties. So, institution, back in the early 1900s, the 20s and 30s and 40s, so-called black men had, their own school, colleges and stuff like that. But Esau Edom, with his craftily counseling devices and stuff like that, right now when you go to a so-called black college or whatever, it's almost like going to a ghetto. He deprived those schools because he afraid that some of those people in those schools is going to, especially when it comes down to religion, might decide to give some of our children the truth. They want Esau Edom want our people to learn his history, to learn his his way of life, his rules and regulations. So whatever we try to keep for ourselves, this is not our rest. We're not going to learn everything under this white man on what we need to learn. Everything that we try to accomplish, he coming to tear down. Just like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. There are some places in Chicago back in the early 1900s where there were powerful neighborhoods that were self-sufficient, that he'll come and just burn it down. Lane, Arkansas was another one. Rosewood, these small communities were self-sufficient. Yeah, hell, after slavery, who was doing all the work? We were. We knew how to, build homes, gardens, farmland, hunt, make our own clothes, cook our own food, raise cattle and stuff like that. We knew how to do that. We knew we had home remedies and stuff like that. We didn't have to go to their doctors. We had our own, But Esau Edom, once he see that he's struggling, you doing more than him, he don't like that. He'll come tear it down, But they claiming that they are the most hated people in the world. All the horrific stuff that they have done to us, really? I'm not going to read no more of it. This was just something that I had to throw out there. So let's go into the scripture. Let's go to Esau Edom. He claiming, like I said, claiming that he is the most hated. Listen, this man here have a perpetual hatred towards us. Let's go. Matter of fact, I might just go ahead and just read this whole thing. We're going to go ahead, Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, this is the word of Yahweh by Shem Shai coming to Ezekiel about Esau Edom, that he claiming right here that he has been hated on for 2,000 years and counting. And this is what the Heavenly Father said about Esau Edom. It says here, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus says the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So Yahweh Bashim Shai has a issue with Esau Edom, because he has laid his hand and put violence on the children of Israel. Let's go to Obadiah. And the word of the Lord is speaking to Obadiah in the vision. The vision of Obadiah thus says the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Let's go down here. Verse 8. Shall I not in that day, says Yahweh, even destroy the wise man out of Edom? Number one, the Amalek. And understanding out of the mount of Esau, and they mighty man, the army, the police, these guys here that Esau Edom control with his money to go out there and carry out what they want to be done. O Teman shall be dismayed. He's going to be shocked. He's going to be amazed at what's going to happen to him, to the end that everyone of Mount Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So, after 1,000 years of slavery, Esau, his time's going to be up. He's going to be put in that pit, and he's going to be deleted by fire. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So, Yahweh Bashim Shai, he held a harsh revenge on Esau Edom for the violence he had done to us. So let me get back to Ezekiel 35, and we're going to start at 4. And I will lay thy city waste, and thou shalt be desolated, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. So these people here are claiming that they, hear this right here, a hate lasting 2,000 years and counting, and they are not the true people of the Bible. We are, the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American. We have that perpetual hatred towards us, the true children of Israel. They have been perpetually hating the children of Israel for 2,000 and counting. Here it is right here, Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shedded the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. And who's the father of the sword? Esau Edom. He was blessed with the sword. He tell you that in Genesis 27. With 27 and 27, I believe. Bear me 1 second to find that. Bear me 1 second. I think is I know I'm right here in the right spot. Here it is, right? 27 and 40. And by the sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the men. Okay, well, yeah, and by the sword shall thou live. So Esau, Edom, he's living by the sword, and the sword, that's his power to put fear in people, so that people can line up under him and do what he wants to be done. So when you got power and you bring forth fear to people, you got that sword, people gonna get in line. He's a bloodthirsty man, you know. 6. Therefore, as I live, says the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood. Now this Yahweh saying this. He's going to get that get back, that big payback to Esau Edom, and blood shall pursue thee, says thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So Esau Edom, he loved to shed blood. He damn near have an orgasm, when he shed blood, just like when he did to so-called Native American Indian. He shedded a lot of blood, and the children, the children of all the children of Israel, not just Native American Indians, but he did a lot of killing, a lot of deleting, Shalakia. Thus will I make Mount Seir more desolate, and cut off from him that passed out, and him that returned. And I will fill his mountain with his slain men, in the hills and in the valley, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetually desolation. Let me read that again. I will make thee perpetually desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine. Talking about the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, says the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thy anger, and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hate against them. So, the Lord, he's going to use that same hate that Esau Edom used against us on them. And according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountain of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. So when Esau found us under the curses and our weakness, and he gathered other nations to come in to gather us up, and to scatter us across the world, because Yahweh Bashim Shai, he had turned his back on us after we did what we did in the wilderness. So when we lost our power, we became weak, and the rest of the nation had a free for all. They did what they want with us. They consumed us. They broke us down. They took our language, our culture, our power away from us when we had no power. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your word against me. I have heard them. Esau Edom, as a whole, he don't believe in the good Lord at all. He don't believe in the good Lord at all. Let's go to Psalm 30. 36 says here, the chief musician, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord. The transgression of the wicked. We know who's the wicked, the borderline of wicked, Esau, Edom. Said within my heart that there is no fear of Yahweh before his eyes. So, hey, there you go right there. He don't fear Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. But he will. When Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai come with that fire, he will then, with the famine and the pestilence and the sword, even though Esau Edom, he's still gonna be ruling, all the way to the very end. But Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, he's gonna come in and with those missiles and the chariots, and it's gonna be a wrap. So let's go back, and I'm gonna end this real quick. Almost done. 14. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoice, I will make thee desolate. It tell you in Proverbs, say when the whole world rejoice, he will make Esau Edom desolate. So when you go to Proverbs, it says here, 29:2, says that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So it's going to be when Esau Edom kingdom go down, and Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, he's going to put the elect back into the earth, and the elect is going to be ruling from that time when they hit the land. When they hit earth, they're going to be ruling, and the kingdom start right there when we put Esau Edom in chain, and they going to clean up the body, bury the body, not clean the body, but they're going to bury the body. They're going to search out for the dead and then bury the body, and then go, going to be rebuilding the kingdom, So it says here, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. We're in mourning right now. Number one, because this is not our rest. We're under their subjection. And that rulership is going to be uplifted. And the tables are going to turn, and we're going to be in rulership. This is the reason why we are doing this work. This is the reason why we believe in this Bible, because it got to be a new management, and the management is going to come quickly, So we have to be patient, That time going to come, so continue doing this work. Says here, Ezekiel 35:15, and thou did rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was docilate. I hope I'm saying that right. Docilate. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be docilate, O Mount Seir, and all I do them, even all of it, and they should know that I am the Lord. So the Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, he's going to do away with all of Esau Edom kingdom. It's going to be docilate. No more power. You ain't got to report to your job anymore. You ain't got to pay no bills. You ain't got to, pay back your loans with Esau Edom. Now, if you get a loan from Esau Edom, hey, the righteous thing to do to pay back. But, he want to add interest. The right thing to do is if you ask for a loan for $100, that man's supposed to pay you back $100. But Esau Edom, he just wicked like that. Let's go to because you're not supposed to do that to your brother. When we in the kingdom, we're not going to do that. I think it's 15:17. Let's see, where is that? Oh, it could be 17, 15. And this is going to be the last one. I just want to prove this point that called usury. We're not going to use usury on our brother, but to Esau, Edom, and Canaan, we will, because that's another form of get back that is going to be righteous too by Yahweh, by Shemel Shah. Before it's sleeping with Esau, Edom wife, no, we're not going to do it because that's against the law, and we're gonna, we're gonna rule over all. Yahweh Ratazah, I'm His hopeful elect, and to you brothers that are listening also, you know, we're going to be ruling over them righteously, but we're going to get that get back, you know. And Esau Edom, even when we are in rulership, his wickedness is still going to be within him, and he's going to hate being righteous because he wasn't born to be righteous. He was born to be wicked. Let me find it. I think it's 15. Bear me 1 second. Where it says usury. I know I'm in the right spot. I just need to go ahead and find it right quick so I can end it. Okay. Well, maybe it's in 17 then. I'm somewhere close to it. Okay, hold on. Bear me 1 second. Okay, it's 20. I don't know why I was thinking Deuteronomy 15 or 17. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 23 or 19. Says here, thou shalt not lend upon the usury to thy brother. See, in the kingdom, we're not going to do it. We're going to have a righteous state of mind. It's going to be in our, the laws and commandments going to be in our inner part. And this is a commandment. Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother. Usury of money, usury of victual, usury of anything that is lent upon usury. Now, and when we're in the kingdom, now we can do this to the strangers, to the Edomite, our enemy. Unto a stranger thou made lend upon usury, but upon thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury, that the Lord Yahweh thy power may bless thee in all that thou settest thy hand to in the land whether thou goes to possess it. So, Yahweh, those small headers, going back to this here, a hate lasting 2,000 years and counting. Who's over the money? Who got all the money and who are able to lend money, and they want interest on everything? Tax, that's another source of interest. You buying food, tax. At the end of the year, you got to pay back taxes. You got to pay property tax. If you getting a loan from a bank or a checking place or whatever, checking, lending or whatever, you got to pay usury, interest. And he's talking about people is hating on his people. You hating on the whole world, So I'm gonna end it right there. That's all I got. These people here, they cry about everything. They get a little scratch and they want the whole world to hear about it. But you as an Israelite, you go through hell. Like I said, they take a scratch with a little small Band-Aid and they, own by their business. They can go live another day. But an Israelite, compared to their scratch, you get a gunshot wound. to the head. You know, that's the hate that we get compared to the hate that they get. Well, I'm gonna end it right there. Hopefully this was edifying. See you on the next lesson. Shalom.